Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Michael Germain. Heavy rains fell late Friday morning and into the afternoon are causing major headaches in Manawa. City officials were forced to close the city and are not allowing anyone in. The Manawa rodeo grounds were flooded and the Manawa Dam suffered major damage, leading to evacuations across the city.
More on the higher end of the dam, but to be safe, we were told we should just get out and get somewhere safe. And I think 30 feet of the dam at this point has broken.
Evacuation shelters have been set up at the Manawa Masonic Center, as well as the Little Wolf High School. The Appleton Police Department sent out an emergency alert asking people to stay home and off the roads. People downriver from the dam were also asked to evacuate. 4 beaches in Minneapolis are closed due to high E. coli levels. Officials believe that elevated levels are likely due to recent rain and higher water levels. There have been no reports of illness. Officials say all swimmers should avoid getting in the water if you are or a child have been sick or had diarrhea. You should also avoid swimming for 48 hours after a heavy rainfall, which is when bacteria levels can be high.
Yeah, that's pretty typical when we have the high water, and of course the Mississippi continues to run very high. I will have the latest water levels on that coming up in my main weather segment. But first of all, check the highs today. Generally upper 70s to lower 80s, a much needed dry day across the region. 79 in Eau Claire and Winona. 81 in La Crosse, 81 in Boscobel. Still a problem with the sensor in Viroqua. You were probably closer to 80 for a high. We've got a partly cloudy sky over downtown La Crosse right now. What you need to know: Mississippi River levels gradually falling. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight, and we could see some additional scattered storms tomorrow and on Monday, but plenty of dry time both days as well is the way it's looking right now. Now, radar currently showing some scattered showers and thunderstorms generally west of Interstate 35 though, so that's why I'm expecting these storms to creep into our area overnight tonight. So this evening is looking dry for your outdoor plants. Current temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Again, those scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Seasonable temperatures, lows in La Crosse around 64 degrees. Again, we'll discuss those water levels and the rest of my 8-day forecast that's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you for that, Bill. A group of veterans rallied in La Crosse to show their support for President Joe Biden this afternoon. The show of support comes even after President Biden's poor performance at last week's debate with former President Donald Trump. One official says today's event is a reminder to veterans that their voices matter in this election.
We're a group of people within the party that are advancing causes for veterans and reaching out to others all across the states, across the aisle, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats, everybody who's served, to encourage them to vote, encourage them to look at the real issues at hand.
She adds this election she is paying extra attention to the candidates' views on abortion and women's reproductive freedoms. In a televised interview, President Joe Biden remained defiant over a growing chorus of Democrats urging him to step down as the nominee for this year's presidential election. As CBS Christian Benavidez reports, the pressure continues to mount.
President Joe Biden in Wisconsin Friday pushed back against calls for him to drop out of the presidential race after his abysmal debate performance last week led to mounting questions about his ability to beat former President Donald Trump.
Well, guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race.
Biden sat for an exclusive interview with ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos.
Do you dispute that there have been more lapses, especially in the last several months?
Can I run the 110 flat? No, but I'm still in good shape.
The president was asked if he'd be willing to undergo an independent medical evaluation that included neurological and cognitive tests.
Look, I have a cognitive test every single day. Every day I have that test. Everything I do. You know, not only am I campaigning, but I'm running the world. And that's not how it sounds like hyperbole. But we are the essential nation in the world.
In a letter to Biden, more than 160 prominent donors, activists, and business leaders wrote, "At this consequential moment for our nation, it is time to cement your legacy by passing the torch, just as George Washington did." Senate Intelligence Committee Chair Mark Warner has been speaking with his Democratic colleagues about finding ways to convince President Biden to let others seek the nomination. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
CBS News has learned House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries will hold a virtual call with top Democratic committee members on Sunday. The 4th of July may have been Thursday, but some people are still celebrating. The town of Armenia choosing to hold their Independence Day celebration today. Now, children and families enjoyed the day filled with activities, including a parade. There were many different food and craft vendors and several baked goods. One person visiting the town says he was impressed by the size of the parade.
There's a lot of people. I never came to it before, but I heard good things about it, and I was pretty impressed when I pulled in.
After the parade, the fun didn't stop. There was also a dunk tank and raffle drawings. The 4th annual Squirrel Fest kicked off today in Tomah. Hosted by the North American Squirrel Association, Squirrel Fest was originally designed to give back to the community. Folks had the chance to enjoy live entertainment, go on pontoon and wagon rides, and even enjoy food and beverages. And the president of the North American Squirrel Association says Squirrel Fest brings joy to everyone who attends.
Let's do something where we're not out with our hand out. We're not asking businesses and people for money. Let's just hold an event that's fun for everyone.
Admissions were free for Squirrel Fest. The festivities wrapped up today at 6 p.m. And Riverfest is still in full swing. Car enthusiasts of all ages head over to the Preps versus Greasers car show. There you can see cars in all shapes and sizes, including early models of the Corvette and Mustang. Today's car show also raising awareness for the nonprofit Chariots for Hope, which helps people struggling because of a transportation barrier. A reminder, tonight is the last night of Riverfest, so if you haven't taken part in the fun, make sure to head down to Riverside Park at some point tonight. Coming up on News 8, wages are seeing a boost as the economy bounces back from the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay with us. That's up next.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel.
Or Mr. Get the Party Started.
Hey! Be a pool lounger.
Or a big room relaxer.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you.
Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
Gotta get the corners.
Beat the heat with the coldest prices around at Black River Furniture Outlet. Reimagine your living room with new upholstery. Choose from Ashley, Catnapper, Bestcraft, or Best Home Furnishings and find the perfect seat for you. Sleeper and easy sofas available. Stop in and upgrade your mattress to a new hybrid, foam, or cooling gel bed and sleep comfortable this summer. Get your deck outfitted with our new Poly Outdoor. Bottom prices on top quality fan back, rollback, and swivel gliders. Love seats, pub seats, and accent tables available. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this?
It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row.
You could win up to $100,000.
So cool.
Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Americans' paychecks growth is crawling along, gaining at its slowest rate in 2 years. U.S. workers made an average $35 per hour in June. That's 10 cents more than May, but earnings still rose at a rate of almost 1% less than this time last year. Wages saw a boost as the economy bounced back from the COVID-19 pandemic because employers were desperate for workers. But today's weaker job market could mean the stagnant growth could be due to fewer available job opportunities. However, today's wage growth is still surpassing pre-pandemic levels. A device for babies is being recalled, and the latest job numbers are out. Michael George has more in this Eye on Consumer Report.
U.S. employers continue to hire, but unemployment is creeping up. The Labor Department says the economy added a healthy 206,000 jobs in June. However, numbers from April and May were revised down by more than 100,000 jobs, and the unemployment rate ticked up from 4% to 4.1%. An important consumer alert about a sound machine for babies. Hatch Baby is recalling more than 900,000 power adapters sold with Rest first generation sound machines because they pose an electrical shock hazard. Customers should stop using the recalled adapters immediately and contact Hatch for a free replacement. And more Americans are finding it harder to afford a home. The real estate analytics firm Adam looked at close to 600 counties nationwide. They found the majority of homeowners are spending about a third of their wages on housing costs, including mortgage payments, taxes, and insurance. Home prices hit record highs this year. Insurance costs are on the rise, and mortgage rates are just under 7%. Those are some of the week's top consumer stories. I'm Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Over the last 2 years, hemp-derived low-dose THC edibles have saturated store shelves across Minnesota. According to data from the Department of Revenue, Minnesota has collected more than $11.5 million in tax revenue since a 10% gross tax on hemp edibles kicked in last year. That's because a potential windfall from legal weed sales, which will be allowed starting next year. The state expects marijuana sales by 2025, and the process to apply for the first business license is already underway. Coming up on News 8, misinformation continues to spread on social media regarding sunscreen use, why dermatologists are trying to stop the anti-sunscreen movement.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Graw. We saw a dry day today, but what about tomorrow? I will have that answer with my 8-day forecast coming up after the break.
It's one super weekend of 4th of July savings at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. This Jenna 7-piece room package is now just $17.99. Hurry in. The July 4th super weekend ends Sunday at Home Furniture.
The phone rang, and she said, "Mom, we're going to lose the baby." Doctors knew that Amanda's baby had no chance of surviving.
And because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were also about to lose her. Doctors were not allowed to help her until she was almost dying.
We have always been conservative.
But we feel a national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't? Our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app. And with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience Overhead Door Company.
Car Seat Safety Check is an opportunity for parents or caregivers to come and work with a child passenger safety technician. Car seats can be really confusing, deciphering what the manual says, and so a CPST can help you kind of navigate that. We will be at Maury's in Onalaska at the Audi dealership. People can come have their car seat checked by a certified technician. We can answer any questions that they might have and help with the installation of those seats.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
The 4th of July patio sale is on now at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices on porch and patio. Plus, get a free cornhole game set with any patio purchase of $9.99 or more during the 4th of July patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
This summer, an anti-sunscreen movement is heating up online and spreading misinformation that could lead to potentially dangerous behavior. Now, dermatologists are working to stop the trend at its source. Social media influencers are throwing shade on sunscreen, falsely claiming these products hurt your health. A recent study by Orlando Health in March found that 1 in 7 adults under the age of 35 say daily sunscreen use is more harmful than direct sun exposure. That's 14% of the demographic. As experts do their best to combat this misinformation, dermatologists say they're already seeing more cases of skin cancer in young adults.
2 weeks ago, I diagnosed 3 squamous cells and 2 malignant melanomas in 1 week, along with several basal cell carcinoma. And that's me, just one little dermatologist.
There are many conspiracy theories and misinformation surrounding sunscreen. First, that sunscreen is cancerous or otherwise harmful, something dermatologists and researchers say is inaccurate. Another is that sunscreen doesn't allow the body to receive health benefits from the sun, something that dermatologists also say is not true. Potentially more good news about GLP-1 drugs that may make them even more popular. A new study shows medications like Ozempic and Wegovy may help significantly lower the risk of certain cancers. The cancers those drugs seem to help reduce the risk are closely tied to obesity. The level of risk reduction appears to be similar to that seen with intensive lifestyle change. Only people with type 2 diabetes were studied. That makes it unclear if people taking the drugs exclusively for weight loss would see the same benefit. Well, rain could be expected in La Crosse on Sunday and Monday, and with that, let's send it over to meteorologist Bill Grahl on what we can anticipate for the further weekend to come. Good evening, Bill.
Hi, Michael. Yeah, that's right. We could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms as early as overnight tonight. So not really what we need, but that's what the hand, Mother Nature, is dealing us. So let's start with those flood warnings. First of all, they continue up and down the Mississippi River from Wabasha down through Prairie du Chien and McGregor, including the La Crosse area. The Kickapoo River also running high in a few spots. Minor flooding now in Wabasha, though. That current stage is down to 13.76. And notice the down arrow. So that's the good news. The levels are falling in all spots, and it's forecast to fall to flood stage in Wabasha in about a week. Same with here in La Crosse. After that, I should say, 14.63 feet. We've got to fall all the way down to 12 feet. And Prairie du Chien McGregor, you're still at 20.67 feet. It recently crested at 20.75, so it's going to take a while before that falls below flood stage in that location. So continue to use caution in and around, or on, I should say, the Mississippi River. All right, currently we've got a sunny to partly cloudy sky. 81 was the high today, 60 the low. Averages are 85 and 65. 103 the record high not too long ago, 2012. That's toasty. 48 the record low. And again, rainfall already 2.74 inches, and we're only 6 days into the month of July. That is 1.88 inches above average. 80 degrees at the airport and downtown at the station. Winds out of the south at 8. There's that latest Mississippi River stage in La Crosse, 14.63 and falling. 761.2, that Chippewa River stage is holding steady. 78 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire with a south to southwest breeze at 5 to 10. So temperatures a little short of average today. but very summer-like. Upper 70s to lower 80s were the highs, and we're still in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Dew point's not overly high, though. Mid-50s to lower 60s, so most of us in that comfortable range. But dew points will creep up a little bit overnight tonight, but that's still not overly humid for July in the upper Midwest. Winds generally from the south at around 5 to 10, a little bit stronger over towards Rochester. So we do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms kind of along and west of Interstate 35. Even a stronger storm north of Des Moines, Iowa, that will creep by to our south. But we could see kind of this broken line of showers and thunderstorms creep across the region later tonight. Generally after midnight, as a couple areas of low pressure track east-southeast across the region. That northern one is the main one that's going to bring the scattered showers and thunderstorms around here overnight and throughout tomorrow and Monday as well. But we're going to see plenty of dry time as well. So we've got those showers and thunderstorms primarily after midnight into early tomorrow, but much of tomorrow dry. It's not till maybe later in the day some additional showers and thunderstorms will crop up, and especially into tomorrow night. And then Monday is looking primarily dry with just a small chance for a thunder shower, especially during the heating of the afternoon and early evening. So for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, that chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight, 64 for the low. Tomorrow, partly sunny, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highest chances tomorrow evening and night, highs around 80. Slight chance of storms on Monday, 83. Even slighter chance Tuesday, 85. Very seasonable stretch of weather here. Highs in the 80s, overnight lows in the 60s, and some needed dry time Wednesday through Saturday, and a small chance of storms later next Sunday. But very typical July forecast for the region. Michael?
Thanks, Bill. Coming up in sports, Legion Baseball from Viroqua Plus. The 72-year-old record was on the line today as the Twins were hosting the Astros. Kate has more on that record and if it was broken. Coming up after the break.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $200 on select Sealy mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Pilgrims está creciendo y queremos que formes parte de una empresa exitosa, estable y segura. Estamos ofreciendo salarios más altos y más incentivos de pago que nunca. Visítenos en cualquier día para someter una solicitud en nuestra oficina de contratación o el miércoles para una entrevista inmediata. Ayúdenos a alimentar al mundo mientras le proporcionamos un entorno de trabajo seguro, un empleo estable y esencial con un salario fijo. Visítenos en cualquier momento en 502 West Main Street, Arcadia, Wisconsin, o someta su solicitud hoy en pilgrims.com.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Sunny skies meant for a great day for some baseball over in Viroqua as Legion Post 138 was hosting their annual 4th of July weekend baseball tournament, and there was a lot of action down there today. To the Park Bowl, we've got West Salem Post 51 taking on Onalaska Post 336. First inning, Onalaska with a runner on third, Caden Perzina. Grounds went over to short. The throw to first in time, but the throw home is not. Onalaska takes a 1-0 lead. A few innings later, Perzina at the dish again, and this time grounds went past the infield through to left. That scores a run for another RBI. Onalaska goes up 2, and Perzina was on the mound for Onalaska as well. and he was lights up, picking up a handful of strikeouts as Onalaska would get the win 5-2. In the MLB, Twins in action this afternoon taking on the Astros, already threatening in the first. 2 runners on for Trevor Larnach, and he gets one through to left. That brings in a run. Twins take an early lead. Second inning now, 2-0 Twins, but Willie Castro is going to add another. He gets one into the corner and right field, make that 3-0 Twins. But the big story of the day is this guy, Jose Miranda, runners at the corners, and with that, he has now gotten hit in his last 11 at-bats. Then in his next at-bat, in the fourth, how about another one? 12 straight at-bats with a hit. It ties an MLB record, but that's where it would end. Minnesota cruising in this one. Byron Buxton going to put this one out of reach. A 2-run blast to left makes it 9-3, as that would be the final. Twins get the win. And just getting underway, the Brewers out in LA for game 2 of the 3-game series. Brewers were leading last night, but the Dodgers rallied late to steal the win. Tonight, Freddie Peralta on the mound for Milwaukee. James Paxton for the Dodgers. Full coverage of this one at 10. Some very sad news as Minnesota Viking rookie cornerback Kyrie Jackson and 2 former college football players were killed in a car crash overnight in Maryland, according to Maryland State Police. Jackson was just 24 years old. He played his final college season at Oregon before he was selected by the Vikings in the 4th round of this year's draft. In a statement released by the Vikings, head coach Kevin O'Connell said, quote, "In our short time together, it was evident that Kyrie was going to develop into a tremendous professional football player, but what was more impressive was his desire to become the best person he could for his family and those around him," unquote. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Up to 60% off list at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Like this classic sofa in 3 colors. Or a Chase sofa for just $5.98. Recline and save for just $3.99. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm proud to be an American.
Hi, folks. Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. If you're looking for a tractor, stop by Wood Sales and check out our lineup of Coyote tractors. Subcompact, compact, and utility tractors. If it needs doing, Coyote tractors will get it done. Get 0% for 84 months or cash rebates with standard rate options. Coyote tractors at Wood Sales and Service. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Up to 60% off list at Slumberland. Get this incredible deal. Head-up base and 8-inch mattress, just $4.99 for both. 4th of July mattress blowout. Plus our 365-night sleep guarantee at Slumberland.
Dry this evening for those outdoor plans. Scattered storms overnight. A low in La Crosse of 64 degrees. Still a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow and Monday. Plenty of dry times both days as well. 80 tomorrow, 83 on Monday.
We want to thank you so much for joining us for News 8 Now this weekend. We'll see you right here at 10.